welcome to this extra edition of the Darts Plates Live. Hi, I'm Pete George, and today we're going to have a look at the World Matchplay, Betfred Matchplay. I'm going to go through the draw and give you some of my tips and see how we go. So, first of all, make sure you follow us on all the social platforms, and we have the Darts Place group, which is where we have a fair bit of conversation. And in time, what I'd like to do is focus on the group side of things and put all of these type of events and that in there, make it a little bit special for you. Hi, Juanita. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it, and appreciate everyone's support. The other thing is, if you listen to Monday's show, I spoke about Darts for Life. Don't forget that. You just go to Darts for Life at, so if it's the dartsplace.com.au/Darts for Life, and that's where we support Make-A-Wish and Movember. So tonight, it's guesswork. There's a little bit of logic behind what I do when I pick players and things like that. I look at form and everything like that, as we all do. and it's just a bit of fun. But yeah, so the gets underway tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Australia time, somewhere around there. So that's Saturday the 17th. There's a morning or afternoon session, morning, night. So that's the first session, and that goes some good matches in there, and it could end up with some funny outcomes. But Gerwyn Price plays Jermaine Watamina, and Jermaine's come in for Mensur Sulovic, who is out for medical reasons. That's all the information that we've got there. Hang on a sec. If someone knows a good chair sponsor, please get me one, because this thing keeps on going up and down on me all the time. So that's a bit better. They've played 7 times, Gerwyn Price and Jermaine Watamina, and it's 5-2 to Gerwyn, and I think it'll be 6-2 to Gerwyn after tomorrow night. Gizzy's playing well, and I can't see Jermaine. During the Pro Tour, he showed no form whatsoever. The only thing he's done this year is lose a lot of weight, which is a good thing for the lad. And then it brings us on to the second game of the night, which is Johnny Clayton versus Dirk van Duvenbode. Going on form, Dirk's been playing all right in the Pro Tour. Johnny's been playing well all year. Yeah, Price over Watts for sure. And I'm going for Clayton to beat Dirk van Duvenbode. I just think he's playing too well, Johnny Clayton, not to win. And over the 19 legs, I just think he'll be too strong. Then we've got Dimitri van der Berg over Devin Peterson. I think we've seen... Oh, she's sticking with me. Well done, Juanita. Devin Peterson over Dimitri van der Berg. Dimitri will win this easily. I think Devin loves the crowd, so does Dimitri. The crowd's back. I think it's a full house from what I can understand. And Dimitri's just playing too well. Reigning champion of the World Matchplay, won it last year. And I just think he'll be too strong for Devin Peterson. Then we've got Dave Chisnall over Vincent van der Voort. And Vincent van der Voort's always a dark horse in any tournament. He just goes about his... This will be a quick game. So I just think I've gone for van der Voort over Chisnall, but it's one of those games that can go either way. Dave Chisnall's got the stats over him 7-4, but I just think, I just like the way Vincent I don't like the way he throws. He looks like a grubby old bloke that they just grabbed off the street. But I just think that's where I just think Chizzy will get him. That Vincent Van der Voort will get him. It'll be a close match, but he'll get him. Then we go James Wade over Luke Humphreys. Then this will be the morning session for our Sunday morning, this next lot. So James Wade plays Luke Humphreys. I'm a big, we're one away from each other. I'm a big fan of Luke Humphreys. I think he's making it to the final and things like that. He's starting to show a bit, but over this sort of format, James Wade, he's called the machine for no reason, and he'll just go about it. He'll be boring as batshit, but he'll get the job done in my books, James Wade, over Luke. But that could be one of the two upsets. There we go. There's another one coming. There'll be two upsets in the first round, I think. Then we've got Christoph Rajeski against Brendan Doolan, and I think Brendan Doolan will win this. He's been playing well. He played well over the 4 days of the last Pro Tour, and I think he will keep that form going. Christoph's been going out quite early in these when he's played, and even though it's let me have a look at my little notes here. I think this could be one of the first times they're playing each other in a major event. And, yeah, for me it's Brendan Dolan. And I think he will do it easily just based on his current form. Then we get to the next two matches, which are all English affairs. Rob Cross versus Rob Smith. Now, Rob Smith had his first win on tour in the last Pro Tour, but I don't think he'll be able to stop Rob Cross. Rob's been averaging up in the 90s quite comfortably again now. If you watch his matches, he's starting to hit the trebles again. He's a lot more relaxed. I just think he's back in his happy space, and we go to see, I think, in this tournament, what made him the world champion. And I think he'll win that quite comfortably. So that'll be Rob Cross over Ross Smith. Then we've got Glenn Durant versus Callum Ridds. Callum Ridds, if you don't know who he is, he was the 2020 Young Player of the Year for the PDC. In the World Championships, he played Australia's own James Bailey, and James gave him a fair run for his money, but Callum shone through. And he's playing the ever out of form Glenn Durant, and I was hoping that he'd sort of snap out of this spell that he's in, and I can't see him coming out of it at the moment. It's now, I think a few of us were talking about it on Monday, and I just can't see him coming back, and it's now a real head case type thing for him, and it's sad to see, especially someone with his ability. And then we go on to the next day's matches, and it's Peter Wright versus Danny Knoppet. Peter Wright, if he brings his game, Danny Knoppet's too up and down. He's just one of those players that sort of makes it to these events and then goes missing. But, yeah, Peter Wright's showing a bit of form. He won the last Pro Tour event, so I can't see him not going too well. Crowds are back. He loves the crowds, so that's another good thing. Peter Wright quite comfortably. And then we get to Joe Cullen and Chris Dobie. And this is the first of me picks for a ball over, and I think Chris Dobie will beat Joe Cullen. Now, Joe Cullen's was playing really, really well last couple of events in the Pro Tour. He's dropped right off. Chris Dobie won day 2 of the Pro Tour, and I think he'll keep that form going. He's a little bit of an enigma. He always looks like he's going to do something, but he doesn't. But I think he's going to do it this time. So for me, it's Chris Dobie over Joe Cullen. And then we have Michael Smith against Ryan Sewell. Michael Smith's been out of sorts a little bit. He's made it a fair way through the times, but not the Michael Smith that we're used to. And I'm a bit of a fan of Ryan Sewell, and I've selected Ryan Sewell to beat Michael Smith on this one. And the final one is Jose de Souza and Gabriel Clements. You can't not pick Jose. He's just been playing a phenomenal darts all year. He throws 180s for fun, and he'll do that quite easily. And then we come up to the match that we're all going to be sitting up for. I think it's going to be the third match on Tuesday morning. So be up early. It'll be, so that'll be 3rd, 4, 5, about 6:30 Australian time. So that'll be 4:30 in WA. So you've got to be up early and bright for that one. Set your alarms. And this one's Michael Van Gerwen and Damon Heta. Now, Damon's played him 4 times, lost 4 times. And there's, we've got a few more in. Welcome all. Juanita saying hi. And, stay tuned. It's going to get a bit more fun in a minute because I've got to go nearly through the whole draw. So, Michael Van Gerwen, Damon Heta. For me, it's going to be Michael Van Gerwen. It's going to be the first time for a while that Damon's played in front of a crowd, but don't be surprised if he does beat him. Michael's form's up and down, as is Damon's. And if you go through last Pro Tour, he went top 16, Damon went top 16, 32, and then was knocked out in the first rounds of the next 2 days. So they're both inconsistent. It's who sort of grits in and keeps everything going. There's someone that said, hi, mate, hi to you. Now, it's come up as Facebook user, and I'll just explain this. If you see in the group or you see the banner, and you'll see that it says streamyard.com/Facebook. If you click on that link and just give them permission, all it is, it just lets me see your name. Like I'm following Juanita here, I can see her putting in the comments. So when you comment, I get to see them here on the software that I've got, so I can, if you've got any questions or you want to give me a bit of lip, feel free, and I can see it. But if you don't do that, I can't see who it is and say g'day, but I'll say g'day to the phantom there that said hi, mate. So that's there. So that's MVG over Damon Heta, and then we go Daryl Gurney over Ian Wright. This could be a 0-0 draw. This one, that won't be an exciting match, but I've gone for Daryl Gurney just for the simple fact that Ian Wright doesn't perform too well on the big stages, and Daryl's just Daryl. He'll get through it, and yeah, it's not going to be the most exciting game of the tournament. And then we go to Gary Anderson and Steve Bunting. I've gone for Steve Bunting. Gary's out of form a bit. Steve Bunting won for the first time in 5 years last week, and he's just a good, solid player. Nice bloke of the circuit, and I think he'll do that quite easily over Gary. And then we have Nathan Aspinall and Merv King. Nathan's form on the Pro Tour hasn't been too flash. Merv's been okay. Nathan in front of the big crowd again, and I don't like Merv King, so I just hope Nathan beats him. So now we go back to the top of the drawer again, And this puts us into the second round, and this is where I'll go through the second round matchups that I've come up with, and we'll see how we go. So with the selections I've made, this will put Gerwyn Price against Johnny Clayton, and I think this is where Price could be knocked out. Now, if you go on Gerwyn Price's past performances in the match play, the last 4 years, I think he's either been knocked out in the first or the second round. So his form here isn't too flash, but that'll be a good match. Gerwyn against Johnny Clayton, and then from the second lot of matches, Dimitri Vandenberger play Vincent van der Voort. That'll be a good fun game. Then we go James Wade versus Brendan Dolan. And in the second round, Rob Cross would play Callan Ritz, Peter Wright and Chris Dobie would play each other. Ryan Sewell would play Jose de Souza. MVG would play Daryl Gurney, and Steve Bunting would play Nathan Aspinall. That's if I've got it right. Don't know if I've got it right, but that's where I'm thinking. For all the people in Australia, it's definitely on Fox and KO Sports. They'll start at about 10 on tomorrow night and Sunday. I think there's the 2 sessions, and then it'll go from there. But I'll be doing the normal Monday show, and I'll have every match covered up until then. And the other thing is, we've started up the new competition for the giveaway. So if you've already subscribed, you're already in the draw, and I did have my darts with me, but basically they're a Jockey Wilson dart. They're the ones that I use. They're a great dart produced by Data Dart, and they come with the set of flights that I use, the target inks and stems, so you'll get all of that. So make sure you share it all around, share it with your friends that like darts. And after talking to a few people and a little bit of a poll on the group site, you'll see that I've gone back to the darts place here. I'm going to be running two shows. One is just purely for darts on the Monday at 8 o'clock, and then I'll do a generic Australian sport on the Tuesday around about lunchtime here in Australia. And it's that's going to be a little bit of fun. There's a few people that will be helping me out with that show, so that's going to be pretty good. We'll preview things there, and there's only one other thing I wanted to talk about tonight, and it's a bit of a sad thing. I'm only fairly new to darts. I've only been playing for 3 years now, and it was sad to see that Andy Fordham passed away overnight with a bit of battle with problems with his liver and health. It's never good to see anyone pass away, and someone as young as Andy. And from reading all the nice and kind words that everyone's put on social media, he seemed to be just a genuine, big-hearted guy. And it's sad to see that our great sport of darts has lost someone else. He was down to play in the seniors, I was pretty sure, at Christmas time, but he unfortunately passed away. I think it was early morning hours. I was awake. The Viking was his nickname. Thank you, Anita. Yeah, just a genuine, looked like a happy sort of go-lucky bloke. And I'm sure tomorrow night that the guys on Sky will do a nice tribute to him. And, they'll be a little bit upset, like the guys like Rod Harrington and Wayne Mardell and all of those that would have played against him over the years. And it's these sort of things shock everybody, especially when, he's only a couple of years older than myself. And, so condolence to his family. And, so we'll finish this session here now. The next one will be Monday, 8 o'clock. So I'll have it all set up. It'll be a little bit more structured. I'm doing in a little bit of pain here. I don't know if you know, but I've got some severe back problems and I've had trouble all day, all day. And I've taken some wonderful things that help me with the pain, and I'm a little bit dozy, but that's okay. A little bit dopier than normal. But for the people that have been here on the show, once again, it's good to see people jumping on and things. It'd be good to see more people get involved in the conversation. We probably will on Monday, and that'll mean that we can have a real good chat about the matches that happened over the weekend. And just a little reminder that, the Monday show is open for you guys to chat and just have a chat about anything to do with darts, basically. And now that I've worked it out, every now and again I'll get one of you to pop in live if you've got cameras and stuff like that, and we can have a bit more fun and extend it out and drive the, there is one person, I hope he's listening, and I hope it was the person that said, "Hey, mate." And just like to thank Chris Crabb. I've got to know Chris through darts, and he kindly enough shared the darts place out to all his darts nuts and friends, and the darts page grew pretty well overnight, and I really appreciate all of that sort of help. And it was good to see, and thanks again, Chris. And I'll probably see you a couple of weeks on Tuesday at darts, because he plays or has been playing down at Gold Coast where I play. So enjoy your sport this weekend. There's a fair bit on. There's football galore here in Queensland. We've got 2 games of rugby tonight, more games tomorrow. We've got AFL everywhere. And to the people in New South Wales, or specifically Sydney region, and to all the Victorians, chins up. We're all thinking of you here. To put Victoria all locked up like they have, I think that's wrong. You should be able to, in the country area. But, Robbie Baird. Okay, mate. Thanks, Juanita. Thanks, Robbie. I'll send you a link so that you can see who you are online. And, so to all the people in New South Wales, chin up, Victoria, chin up. That's my old hometown. And all I can say is happy darting and happy sporting, and thank you for everyone for partaking in today's show.